Hi guys, let us understand the Spring with JDBC, Java database connectivity. So how we can interact uh, Spring with JDBC. So look it, have a glance over this. So now we are having agenda like we'll see the introduction part and then JDBC selection approach and package hierarchy, and we'll have a look on the JDBC template, name parameter JDBC template, simple JDBC template, and then there's a data source and executing a statement SQL query. Okay, so data access using JDBC. So I can say what the value added provided by the Spring Framework JDBC abstraction framework, perhaps best shown by the following list. So define connections parameter, open the connection, specify the statement, prepare and execute a statement, right? And set up the loop to iterate through the results, do the work for each iterations, process any exceptions, handle transactions, and close the connections. So generally, we perform once we do the work with ZDBC, right? So I think everyone is agree with this, that we are always perform this step once we try with JDBC, but sometimes we don't do some of the work, right? But the Spring framework takes care of all the grangy low level details that can make JDBC such as tedious API to develop with. Okay, now choosing a style. So here we are having several uh, stuff in the JDBC. As I said, JDBC template, name parameter JDBC template. So there are a number of options for selecting an approach to form the basis for your JDBC database access. There are three flavors of the JDBC template. So we are having like a simple JDBC approach, taking advantage of database metadata. Okay, and there's also RDBMS object, a style for a more object oriented approach similar in a style to the ZU query design. Okay, all approaches requires a JDBC 2.0 compliant driver, or some additional features require JDBC 3.0 drivers. So we need this driver once you are connecting or using with JDBC. So JDBC template, this is a classic Spring JDBC approach and the most widely used. Okay, I have one example where I've tried to use the JDBC template. It's very easy to use, and we can do through the configurations and we can do through the Java program. Both way we can do. So this is the lowest level approach, and all other approaches uses JDBC template under the covers. So it is a basic for all. Okay, works well with JDK4 and higher environment. Next is the name parameter JDBC template. Wraps a JDBC template to provide more convenient uses with name parameter instead of the traditional JDBC placeholder. Okay, so this provides better documentation, easy of use when you have multiple parameters for an SQL statements. So uh, like we are having name parameter. Generally we use the question mark for a placeholder when we use prepare statement kind of things in JDBC, right? So instead of doing that, we are having some name parameters. I'll show you how we can do that. So you can see this simple JDBC template. So this class combines the most frequently used features of both JDBC template and name parameter JDBC templates. Plus it adds additional convenience by taking advantage of Java 5 features like Vargas, autoboxing and Generics kind of things, right? So in that case you need a JDK 5 or higher. Simple JDBC insert and simple JDBC call. It is designed to take advantage of database metadata to limit the amount of configuration needed. Okay, this will simplify the coding to a point where you only need to provide the name of the table or procedure and provide a map of parameters matching the column name. Okay, and designed to work together with a simple JDBC template, requires JDK 5 or higher, and a database that provides adequate metadata. Okay, Now next is the RDBMS object include mapping SQL query, SQL update, store procedure. Lot of things are there with that. So that approach where you create reusable and thread safe object during initialization of your data access layer. Okay. This approach is modeled after ZIO query where you define your query string, declare parameter and compile the query. Once that is done, any execute methods can call multiple times with various parameter values passed in. Okay. So in JDBC we are having four sub packages. So we are having JDBC core, JDBC data source, object and support. So the Spring Framework JDBC abstraction framework consists of four different packages. Okay. So these are the four different packages. We'll see what are that here. Look at here first one. So first the ORG Spring Framework JDBC.core, right? And then data source and then I'll tell you the later. So this package contains the JDBC template class and its various callback interfaces plus a variety of related classes. So we can use JDBC template for executing the statement and all. Sub package in the core we are having like simple. So there is a jdbc.core.simple that contains simple JDBC template class and related simple JDBC insert and simple JDBC call. So these are the available in the sub package of the core package. Next we are having like so I hope you understood this sub package. Again another sub package we are having that is a core name param. Okay, that is having name parameter JDBC template, right? In this core we are having basic JDBC template and interfaces. In this package we are having like a simple JDBC template, simple JDBC insert and call, right? In this we are having name parameter JDBC template. So name param is there. That is a sub package of core now. Now come to the data source here. In the data source, this package contains a utility class for easy data source access. Okay, and very simple data source implementation that can be used for testing and running your JDBC code outside or of a Z2E container. So the utility class provides static methods to obtain connections from ZNDI and to close connections if necessary. It has support for thread bonded connections and example for use with data source transaction manager. Okay, so for that purpose we are having this package. Next is the object and support. Let us see this. What is in the object package of JDBC? So this package contains classes that represent RDBMS query, okay, updates and store procedure as a thread safe reusable object. Okay, so object is containing RDBMS queries, update and all store procedure. This approach is modeled by ZDO, although of course objects returned by queries are disconnected from the database. This higher level of JDBC abstraction depends on the lower level abstraction in the core. So it is having dependency on the core package. Okay. Now JDBC support is package where you find the SQL exceptions, translated functionality and some utility classes. So there are some SQL exceptions based functionality and utility classes there. And exception thrown during JDBC processing are translated to exception defined in the ORG Spring Frame DAO. Just before this we have seen the DAO details, right? So I can say using the Spring JDBC abstraction layer does not need to implement JDBC or RDM specific error handling, right? Because this guy will take care for that. Okay. Now let us have a closer look on the JDBC template. So using the JDBC core classes to control basic JDBC processing and error handling. So JDBC template class is the central class in JDBC core package. We can work directly with this class, JDBC template class. Okay. It simplifies the use of JDBC since it handles the creation, release of resources. Okay, this helps to avoid common errors and forgetting the close connections generally we do, but this will take care, right? It execute the core JDBC workflow like statement creations and executions, leaving applications code provide SQL statement extract results. So almost we can do a lot with the JDBC template because it is a core package and core class of JDBC package. Okay, so if you are implementing this JDBC template, you need to only implement the callback interfaces. Okay, given a clearly defined contract. So this is all about the JDBC template. We can see some more details regarding the name parameter JDBC template. Class adds support for programming JDBC statement using name parameters, like we are having a placeholder question mark, right? So in that place we can use name parameter JDBC template. A name parameter JDBC template class wraps a JDBC template and delegates to the wrap JDBC template to do much of its work. Okay, so you can see this here. Now you can see this here, the code. We are having a name parameter JDBC template. So we have just created one object for that, and we have allocated a memory for this, right, with the existing data source. Okay, let us say count of actors by first name. So we are writing that query. So select count from actor where first name equal to colon first name, right? Now we are setting that parameter, that first name will be the name which we pass here, right? So this is my statement where this name we are setting here, that first name will be replaced with this first name, and return name parameters JDBC query for insert for int SQL name parameters. So this name parameters we have passed to here, and that will get executed. So here we are not using a question mark. Instead of that, we are using some parameters, and we are setting and replacing the parameters with the specific values. Simple JDBC template is only available if you uh, are using Java 5 or later. Okay. So the simple JDBC template class is wrapper around the classic JDBC template again, that takes advantage of Java 5 language. Okay. So the value added of the simple JDBC template class is the area of syntactic sugar is best illustrated with a before and after example. So we'll have some example on the basis of this JDBC template. So next I'll explain how to make a program or using this JDBC template. Okay, so that's all about the JDBC with Spring.